Hey, last week I told you guys about 3 steps you can use to build a habit today, and now I'm going to go over 2 steps you can use to maintain that habit forever. Let's get into it. If you find yourself in a lot of debt, struggling financially to pay bills, then you might think that a quick influx of cash would just solve all your issues. If you could just wipe out that debt and reset yourself back to baseline, there's no way you'd get yourself back in that position again. But for many people, this just isn't true. Let's take a look at lottery winners, for example. Research cited by the Washington Post says that about 70% of people that win large lottery winnings go bankrupt within about 5 years. So one day, all of your financial problems are solved, and then in a few years, you're right back to where you started. What about those people who struggle with weight issues or maybe obese? A lot of times, those people think that if they're able to reset their weight back to a healthy level, it'd be a lot easier for them to maintain that healthy weight and prevent obesity again the next time. But this too just isn't true. Take extreme caloric restriction or crash diets as an example. Research out of WellSphere shows that 95% of people who lose weight on crash diets will regain all of that weight back. So within a few days, weeks, or months, you might have reached the optimal weight level, and then a few months, weeks later, you're right back to where you started. So why is it that these resets back to baseline don't work? Why is it that more times than not, we end up right where we started? Even if we are able to maintain our goal for a little bit, that progress tends to fade into the past. The answer is that our habits consistently determine our outcomes. As James Clear states in his book Atomic Habits, your outcomes are a lagging measure of your habits. Your net worth is a lagging measure of your financial habits. Your weight is a lagging measure of your eating habits. Your knowledge is a lagging measure of your learning habits. It doesn't matter so much where we start, but the processes we employ along the journey that determine our outcomes. And if we want better outcomes, we need to build better habits. Last week I detailed 3 steps you can use to build a habit today, and those 60-second steps were great techniques for building a habit for a week, a month, or even a year. But what makes those habits stick? What allows some people to perform those habits every single day without even thinking about it? What is it that makes these habits turn into permanent lifestyle changes? Well, I did some more research and identified the 2 most important things I've found for making a habit last forever. Till death do us part. 1. Design your environment for habit execution. We are products of our environment. I have a friend that's an architect, and it's always interesting to hear them talk about how workplace or even residential design affects the behavior of the people inside it. For example, if you want people to talk more, take down the walls. If you want people to gather more, create abundant open working spaces. How we design our environment plays a significant role in the behaviors we perform every single day. A study published in the Public Health Nutrition looked at the food intake of children based upon household availability. And while the correlations for boys and girls were pretty similar, the correlation among girls was slightly stronger, so I'm going to share some of those study results. In households where fruits and vegetables are always available, the girls in the study consumed about 4 servings per day. Compare that to only 2.7 servings when fruits and vegetables were only sometimes or never available. Take those vegetables and serve them at dinner time, and what do you find? The girls consume more vegetables at dinner time. Can this have the opposite effect? Absolutely. So if you decrease the availability of dairy at meals, what do you find? Consumption goes down. Decrease the availability of soft drinks, consumption goes down. So simply by increasing the availability of healthy foods and decreasing the availability of unhealthy foods, you can alter your behavior to eat a healthier diet. I think this idea cannot be overstated. I believe it to be the most important step in driving lifestyle changes. Our environment drives our behavior, and how we design our environment drives how healthy our behaviors are. So here are a few examples of how I've employed this idea in my life. How'd you get in my kitchen? No, I'm just kidding. So a few of the ways I've designed my environment for healthy eating habits is at my apartment in the kitchen, I'll always have fruit readily available on the countertop. So if I'm hungry, that's the first thing I see. I have apples and bananas here. And then let me quickly show you my fridge if I'm even more hungry. What we're gonna find is some more fresh fruits, vegetables, prepared meals. And then if we look inside my cupboard, what we're gonna find is some more nuts, seeds, whole grains. And really the only food I carry inside my apartment are healthy foods. And so if I'm craving something unhealthy, the only thing I have is some organic chocolate way over here in the corner, this cupboard that's far away, difficult to get to. And that's about the only thing that's unhealthy in my apartment. So the availability and convenience of the healthy food alongside the inconvenience and the scarcity of the unhealthy food is really what allows me to maintain my healthy diet. And when it comes to fitness, half of my living room is set up as a home gym. So as soon as I come home from work, I'll see the mat rolled out. I'll see my workout shoes in the corner along with my dumbbells and foam roller. My workout program is already pulled up on my laptop, and my behavior pretty much at that point is automated. It's almost difficult not to work out after work. These are just a few things I've done to help design my environment for healthy habit execution. I've made the healthy choices the easiest and most convenient choices, and I've made the unhealthy choices the most inconvenient and difficult choices. And all of this helps automate my behavior to make consistent, good choices every single day. 2. Choose influences with similar habits. If you want to start running, join a running club. If you want to stop smoking, start hanging out with people who don't smoke. Simply by being with people in the right crowd, your behavior will change. In the public health nutrition study I looked at earlier, they also looked at children food intake relative to parent food intake. And what did they find? The more fruit the parent consumed, the more fruit the child consumed. Same goes with vegetables and dairy. And if you look at the girls whose parents consumed 4 or more servings of vegetables per day, those girls consumed 3 times the amount of vegetables as the girls whose parents consumed 1 or less servings per day. And although this shows the strong correlation that parents have over children, this same concept applies to adults as well. So if your partner consumes a lot of fruits and vegetables, you're more likely to consume a lot of fruits and vegetables. If your partner consumes a lot of soft drinks and dairy, you're more likely to consume a lot of soft drinks and dairy. So how can you apply this to your life? This step is definitely a lot more difficult than the first one. It's not always easy or convenient to find new friends, find new coworkers, or change your social environment. It's possible and it's helpful, but it's difficult. For me, my dad is into fitness and nutrition just as much as I am, so I'm in constant communication with him, learning about the different things he's doing and the different things he's learning when it comes to fitness and nutrition. And this is extremely helpful. But when it comes to like personal finance or minimalism, I don't have as many people in my social group that share those same interests. So that can be a little more difficult. But what I found helpful is following various bloggers and YouTubers and newsletters that kind of share these same interests. And I try to join those communities, and it makes me feel like I'm part of a bigger movement. And this has definitely helped. So to quickly summarize 3 things that can help with creating social groups, here's some quick ways to help accomplish this. Join a community. Try to find a community or a club with similar interests that you can join and participate in. Friends or family. See if you have friends or family that share the same interest, and see if they're willing to join you along the journey. And lastly, follow people online. Find people online who have the same interests as you, who are going through the same journey, and try to interact with them and join the community. So here are my final thoughts. While implementation plans, reminders, and habit tracking techniques are excellent strategies at building a habit for a week or a month or a year, you're going to need a couple new techniques if you want to really take those habits and transform them into lifestyle changes. First and foremost, design your environment for healthy habit execution. Make the healthy habits the easiest and most convenient habits. Make the unhealthy habits the most difficult and inconvenient habits. And second, find influences that have the same goals and habits as you do. Talk to friends, family members, bloggers, YouTubers, join clubs that share these same interests, and communicate with them often. These 2 techniques will help make your habits last forever. They'll turn these habits into lifestyle changes that will make you both healthier and happier. Forever. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you like this video, please let me know by hitting the like button. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Lastly, if you're looking for a plan to get healthier and happier, check out My Health Sciences Plus. This monthly program provides you with all the recipes, meal plans, exercises, and workout routines that I follow every day to get and stay in the best shape of my life. Thanks again for joining, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week.